After I finished my Frieren upload, I wanted to wait until most of the episodes came out before I continued watching the show. There was a high chance that if I enjoyed the manga and the adaptation so much, I will enjoy the rest of the latter either way. So why not make a binge sesh out of it? And then things happened and I ended up forgetting about it until talks of the season finale were cropping up. Despite being late for the hype train discussions, I was able to finish it. So here's my final thoughts on the show. As you can tell by the length of the video, this is a really short one, as I think my thoughts on the show aren't going to be any different from any other videos that's covered the series. I've also already uploaded a video on the show that covers the premise, so I'm just going to get right down to it. I will say that if you didn't enjoy the story because of the low stakes and ended up dropping it as a result, there's a chance you're not going to enjoy the majority of it. But I'll tell you what you action junkies are missing out on: a tournament arc. Nani? Alright, now calm down. Yes, it somewhat ups the ante a little. The last 8 or so episodes are dedicated to the arc, but it's still done within the story's formula. Everyone still acts kinda chill, just like the roster we've seen so far, apart from say these girls. But they weren't a bother by any means. In fact, I'd say those two were needed since the Fern-Stark bickering was out the picture. Frieren is my type of waifu, personality wise. I like a little thickness, I'm not gonna lie, and she just doesn't have it. But what I really like, I like them more refined, more experienced and weird. Not in an erratic, crazy way, a bit more quirky and at times aloof. Frieren's got all that, but she's trying to work on it in a way. The story's about her trying to reinforce the memories of her original party with her new one, who are, funnily enough, students to her old comrades. Fern is a mage that's adopted her orphan father, the corrupt Bishop Heiter's drinking problem. Inherits a strong word. She's got the fondness for it, but it's not quite so strong as the OG. Stark might be the most normal out the three. Apart from being spineless a few too many times for my liking, he's cool, especially the moments where his strength and toughness comes in clutch. You'd think that with Frieren being the eldest of the three by over a millennia would make her the wise, all-knowing and invincible figure, but that's not entirely the case. She's still got her quirks, she can still get sick, and she doesn't think some stupid shit. Her new party have an interesting dynamic. Not that interesting, but their relationship had enough realism for me to think that this is how colleagues that share a mutual friend or two might interact if they're on a journey together. Maybe not a 10-year journey, but you get my point. A lengthy enough time where they bump into and interact with localers in whichever place they're visiting and other travelers. The art is a funny one. It's good, don't get me wrong, and I really like it. I just have a feeling that some won't like the simplicity of it. Character designs and art style mainly, though that's more of a manga thing than anything, and that's not me trying to deflect the blame. It's just that the simplicity didn't give Madhouse much to be imaginative with, yet the manga is in such high regard in spite of that, so there's no need to try and fix what's not broken. So Madhouse decided to make most of the scenes look fluid and crisp, apart from of course scenes intended for comedic effect. And when it's time to show some scenery or some action set pieces, woo! It hits. Again, I was just trying to pick out a problem a nitpicker would find in the series. The music and sound comes in clutch. I didn't find anything out of place as I was watching, but I wasn't exactly looking for it, so if someone can point me in the right direction in the comments, I'd happily search up the moment and snigger at it. When reading a manga before I start the adaptation, I try to read a little ahead of where I think the season will finish, and Frieren was no different, though I am so glad my short-term memory loss kicked in during the climax of the first class mage exam. At the same time, I was a little annoyed that it was all coming back in the season finale, but it would be far-fetched to say it ruined my watch. Overall, I can't really poke any holes in the series. In a universe where Mappa doesn't exist, they would have won at least one Crunchyroll anime award. Action junkies, stay far away from this. This is not for you, unless you really want to see that tournament arc. Same for non-fantasy fans. However, if you want a show where the main character goes on a soul-searching adventure, figuratively and literally, give it a shot. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like. It helps these vids get seen. Thanks for watching. Have a blessed one. See ya.